Hi, and welcome back to Frequently Asked Fridays. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're not going to talk about an IP related matter. We're just going to talk about something general that can relate to any aspect of your life or your business. Today, we're going to talk about, and I'm going to give you 3 tips for dealing with disappointment, adversity, and/or failure. Uh, this is going to be similar to, and we'll put a link to it down below, to a video I recorded from the top of Mount Evans this summer, talking about how to plan and what to do when your plan fails. So many of you may know from seeing that video or just from following us in general, hiking and climbing mountains is something that is near and dear to me and something that I love to do. And was planning on summiting Mount Rainier on Tuesday morning this next week, and was excited, geared up, had all of my stuff together, had planned this thing out to death. Actually packed all of my stuff 2 weeks ahead of time, which I never do. So really geared up for this trip. I got an email this morning telling us that things on the mountain had shifted and that there was no viable route to the summit. So unfortunately, that trip that I've been looking forward to for a while is not going to happen. So how do you deal with these things, these disappointments, failures, whether it be in your personal life like this situation or in your business? I think the first thing you have to do is put that in perspective. And by putting it in perspective, I look at it and I say, yeah, I'm disappointed. I don't get to go on this climb. It's a bucket list thing for me, but I'm still healthy. I'm still happy. My family is okay. Uh, Actually, from some of the hikes I did this summer in Colorado, on the 14ers in Colorado, 2 people have been killed climbing 14ers in Colorado in the last month. So I have, that didn't happen to me. So putting it all in perspective, it's really not that big of a deal. Second tip would be to gather the data, find out why you failed, find out why you were disappointed, get every ounce of information you possibly can to see what caused that. I spent a little bit of time on the phone today with the representative from Alpine Ascents, who were the guides that were going to take us to the top of Rainier. Found out from talking to them that in the past 2 years, this has happened, and I think they mentioned it's due to climate change to some degree, but the route seems to be closing down earlier and earlier every year because of shifting weather patterns. This year, September 19th was the last summit that they got. Last year it was September 10th. So having that data tells me don't plan a trip after early to mid-September in the future. The other thing that I did get from them was information about what are the best months to hike. And so gathering that data, uh, tip number 3, use that data. Don't just throw it out the window, but use that so that you don't fail the next time, so that you're not disappointed the next time, and so that things work out. What I'm doing here is we're looking at planning that trip again for next summer sometime, hopefully in the June, July, August window, if we can possibly do that. They say the success rate for summiting is about 70% during those months, as opposed to 50 to 55% if you go in May or September. So again, 3 tips: keep it in perspective, gather all the data you can to figure out why you were disappointed or failed, and third, use that data to plan not to fail again. Thanks. We hope you all have a great weekend.